Hi, Brian.
Hi, Chris. How are you this evening?
Yeah, good. I've got my next question.
Fancy that. Yeah, okay. What would it be?
Okay, it's about training packages.
Yes, okay. Yeah.
Okay, and I'm wondering, first of all, where do I find them?
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to answer each of these questions in turn, or do you want to give them all to me at once?
Just one at a time.
Either way. Okay. Where do you find them? At the moment, the easiest place to find them would be the National Training Information Service. It has a website, www.ntis.gov.au. That's only until about August of this year, when it's rolling into a different website, which will be www.training.gov.au. I'm sure the link from NTIS will still take you to the new training website for quite some time, but that's part of the new government's way of doing things. But anyway, at the NTIS website, the National Training Information Service website, you'll find a search option which will list all of the training packages. And that's where you can find which training packages exist, which industry skills councils may have been involved in preparing them, as well as the actual details of the training packages themselves. So it's there that you'll find the information you're after.
Right, okay. And so what's that got to do with my job as a trainer?
Oh, okay.
Because
again,
I'll tell you why. Because when I do training, I'm given the booklets with the right numbers on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that tells me all I need to know, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. It tells you all you need to know to be a conduit of information, but it doesn't necessarily, and certainly won't tell you all the information you need to be an effective trainer. To be a trainer, and part of the demonstrating competency in this particular course, is to understand that simply going down that line of using book after book after book that are provided to you is not actually meeting your obligations. A training package is the cornerstone of vocational training in Australia. It is basically what an industry or a group of industries have gotten together and agreed is required by them of the people who are working in those industries. And so it tells us what skills are required, which qualifications there may be from certificate 1, 2, 3, all the way on, etc. Which other possible qualifications can link into them and so forth. And so the training package, we need to understand it, because within all those qualifications are units of competency. And it's at the level of unit of competency that sometimes we can find people providing us with books and pre-prepared resources. But it is those units of competency that we need to be able to interpret ourselves as part of the whole training package in order to know that we are actually doing the job we're meant to be doing. And we must always remember, Chris, that the job we're meant to be doing serves industry by providing people who are skilled to the level that industry requires, and serves people by skilling them to the level that industry requires.
Okay, yep. I think I understand what you're saying there. So how much do I need to know about the training package? Or maybe my question should be, okay, I'm working in the industry. I understand what needs to be done on the floor, and I'm training others to do what needs to be done on the floor. How do I then use a training package?
Okay, the first thing to understand is that once you actually see a training package, and I have one here in front of me, and I'll look through it while we're talking about this, is that each training package is made up of two parts. The endorsed parts, these are the must-haves. These are the bits that every training package must have. It's the competency standards. So that tells you basically what are the units of competency, and each of those, the information, you need to know about those. It tells you about the assessment guidelines. So how, Chris, can you go about assessing others on the shop floor to determine whether they're competent, and also the qualifications that those things link into. The non-endorsed components, they're the optional bits. They're the bits that you as a trainer use your professional judgment to come up with. They're the things like your learning strategies, your assessment resources and your learning resources, whether you choose to use a pre-prepared book, whether you create your own resources, whether you have a conversation.
Okay,
Those
you've mentioned
are your non-endorsed components.
You mentioned two things there, endorsed and non-endorsed. So
Yes.
They're both contained in the training package?
The training package has endorsed and non-endorsed components. They're both referred to in the training package, but the non-endorsed components are the bits that you bring to the training package in order to deliver it.
Okay, so
Okay.
I understand the endorsed bits and bring to that package the non-endorsed parts that are my resources and my understanding as a trainer to
Essentially, yes.
apply to those to what's contained in the requirements of the training package?
Yes.
Does that make
Quite
sense?
simply, yes, it does. I think what you're saying there, Chris, is that the non-endorsed bits is what each trainer chooses to use to help them to put into place the endorsed bits.
Yep. Okay. And
Yep.
and so I find these in the NTIS website. The training
At the NTIS
package.
website, you'll find the training package, yes. And in each training package will be the endorsed components and reference to some possible non-endorsed components.
Okay, so I can pick and choose what I want to use, so long as I meet the requirements of the endorsed aspect of the training package.
Yes.
Okay, no, that sounds pretty simple. Thanks.
Yes, it is. That's
Thank you.
okay.